Hello and welcome back. Let's do one final example, and in this example we will not only calculate the income tax, which is what we use the tax brackets for, but also the FICA tax. So the FICA tax is what goes toward things like Social Security, and unlike income tax, the FICA tax applies to all of one's income over the course of the year. So you don't get any deductions or exemptions when calculating FICA tax. So we have a person, and I should clarify this is who is currently single as far as their marriage status is concerned. So we'll use the single person tax brackets. They earn $49,100 in a year from wages and tips, and we'll assume that they don't have any other sources of income, and they don't have any, say, like tax deferred retirement plans. So this is just the sum total of all of their income over the year. So let's assume so FICA tax works a little bit differently. The first what is that, about $127,000 you earn, you get taxed at 7.65%, and anything more than that, you only get taxed 1.45 on anything that's above $127,000. So this person earned $49,100 in wages and tips. So for the FICA tax, this is going to be pretty straightforward. So the FICA tax, we want to take 7.65% of 49,100, and this is the same thing as, so whenever we see percent of, that means that we're going to multiply. So turning our 7.65% into a number, and then we multiply by 49,100 to get, and this is where decimals will come in handy, or handy calculator. So 0.0765 times 49,100, and we get 3,756. And what is quite often done with taxes is I'm not going to worry about the cents here. I'm just going to round up to the nearest dollar. So no, I'm going to round up because I have to pay that extra 15 cents. So I will pay 3,757. So let me just write that down before I forget. So what it was $3,756.15. But in order to pay that 15 cents, I'll just give them a whole dollar and essentially say keep the change. So we have to round up to make sure that we pay everything, including the extra 15 cents. So this right here is for the FICA tax. And the rest of their tax is going to come from the income tax, where we'll have to work with the tax brackets. So even though they earned $49,100 in wages and tips, every person is still eligible for the deduction and the exemption. So if I wanted to calculate their income tax, well, they earned $49,100, and this was their gross income. Let me just spell that out. So this was their gross income, meaning this is just what they earned over the course of the year. But they also didn't have any tax deferred retirement plans that they were paying into or anything else. So in fact, this is also their adjusted gross income. However, their taxable income is going to be their adjusted gross income minus any exemptions and deductions that they have. So for example, everyone is entitled to an exemption of $4,050. So this is their exemption. And then furthermore, everyone is entitled to a deduction. And you can either take the deductions that you accrued throughout the year, for instance, for donating to charity, or you can just take a flat $6,300 if that is more. So we want to deduct as much as we can from our taxes. So we want as big of deduction as we can. So we'll choose the $6,350. Oops. And this is their deduction. So then we can find out just how much money are they going to be taxed on for their income tax. So this will be $49,100 minus the $4,050 from their exemption, and the $6,350 from their deduction. So then we get $38,700. Cool. So this is going to be their taxable income. So this is how much money they're going to have to pay income taxes on. But just how much are they going to have to pay income taxes? Well, this is where I kind of like my bar that I fill up, and we will see how much goes in each tax bracket. So they earned $38,700. So let's start chopping this up into what falls into which tax brackets. Well, there will be a tax bracket that goes up to $9,325. So maybe that'll be like right there. So there's $9,325. So from 0 up to that, this will be taxed at 10%, I believe, according to this tax bracket. And then it'll be 15% up to $37,950. So maybe $37,950 is right here. And this will be taxed at 15%. And the next tax bracket goes all the way up to $91,000. So $91,000 is going to be way over to the right. So we'll just take whatever is left over, and that's going to be in the next tax bracket, which is 25%. So it's only a little bit is being taxed at 25%. Most of the income is being taxed at 15%, and a little bit is being taxed at 10%. So let's find out how much money will fit into each tax bracket. Well, how much will be between 0 and 9,325? Well, we'll take 9,325 minus 0 to get 9,325. So this is how much money fits into this tax bracket. How much money is going to fit into the next tax bracket? Well, the upper end is going to be $37,950. The lower end is going to be 9,325. So how much fits in there? Let's go back to our calculator. So we have 37,950 minus 9,325, and that gives us 28,625. So 28,625. This is how much money fits into the next tax bracket. And then the last one, there's only a little bit in here. Only a little bit of the money is going to be taxed at 25%. And that's going to be how much fits in there, which is 38,700 minus 37,950. And we can plug this into Desmos. So 38,000, I think it was 700, yes, minus 37,950. So only $750. So out of all of our money, out of all this person's money, only 750 of it is going to be taxed at 25%. Most of the money is going to be taxed at 15%. So to calculate all the taxes, we need to tax this at 10%. So we want 10% of 9,325 plus the 15% of 28,625 plus 25% of 750. Cool. So 10% of a number is just going to be 0.10 times that number. We have to turn the percents into decimals. 15%, that's going to be 0.05. Oops, that's not what I want. 0.05 times 28,625 plus 0.25 times 750, and this is just something that we'll have to plug into decimals. Luckily, we have most of those numbers up on the screen, so I'll take 0.0 times 9,325 plus 15% of the next one, which is going to be the 28,625 plus 25% of 750. So what we see here is we get 5,400, and if I round up to the nearest dollar to make sure that we pay all the cents, but we only want to pay dollar amounts, this will be 5,414 to make sure we include that extra 75 cents. And this is going to be their income tax. So we have their FICA tax, which is going to be 3,757, and we have their income tax, which is 5,414. So what is their total tax? Is just going to be the sum of their two taxes. So we'll take their income tax plus their FICA tax, which is going to be 3,757, so 3,757. And we can add these together to find their total tax. So 5,414 plus 3,757 gives 9,171. So this is how much their total taxes that they'll need to pay, and for completeness, we can figure out exactly what percent, what is their tax rate, what's their overall tax rate. So for instance, their how much did they pay in taxes? Divided by, well, how much did they actually earn? What was their income? And that was, I think, 49,100, if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, they earned $49,100. So let's see what percentage of their money went towards taxes. So when we divide this, so we want 9,171 divided by 49,100, and we get, let's round to 3 decimal places, so 0.187. Which is the same thing as 18.7%. So their overall tax rate was 18.7%, so which means that 18.7% of their earnings go towards taxes.